It's March 4th.
And show number 10.
Aiden and
And I am Ben.
we aren't very good at rhyming, but Dr. Seuss was.
Let's go to Audrey to learn more about Read Across America.
Hey WCUS, as a part of Read Across America, we're here with the special guest speaker, Katie Altoff. We invited her to come and talk to the 5th and 6th graders about writing because she has written a few books herself, and today we're going to ask her a few questions. How long have you been writing books?
I have been writing stories since I was a little girl, since I was in elementary school, but I published my first book in 2014.
What got you interested in writing?
I really liked to read when I was younger, and I really like to tell stories, and so it made sense that I could write those down and share those with a lot more people.
How old were you when you published your first book?
I didn't publish my first book until I was 30 years old, and so sometimes people think that you have to set out to be an author when you're younger, but you can actually do it a lot later in life too.
And has writing always been your passion?
I have a lot of passions, and actually agriculture is one of my passions, farming, and so my book is about our farm. Actually, all my books are about farming because that is one of my passions.
Well, that's all for now. Thank you for being here today and letting me interview you, but now let's send it to Henry.
Thanks, Audrey. Hi, WCMS. I'm Henry. We are writing passion projects in 5th grade. First, we had to choose our topic, something that we are very interested in. Then we need to think of 3 subtopics that go with our main topic. Later, we researched about subtopics. Once we are done researching, we started putting our information into slides. We had a rubric to tell us what to put into the slides. Once we are all finished, to present it to the class. I'm excited to learn about other kids' topics. Let's send it on over to the anchors.
Those were some interesting topics.
Let's hope those presentations went well.
They'll need those skills for TED Talks in 6th grade.
Let's go to Aiden to hear him TED Talk about those TED Talks.
Hi, I'm Aiden, and in 6th grade literacy we are doing TED Talks. TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design. First, we have to do research on anything of our choosing. Then we have to turn it into a speech. Lastly, we have to present it to the class.
I believe the Titanic could have been way more prepared. I believe that Captain Smith was way too confident about his ship being unsinkable. When the ship hit the iceberg, 6 out of 16 side panels had been destroyed.
Hello, my name is Emmett. Today I'm going to talk to you about insomnia. Insomnia is a sleeping disorder divided into 3 parts: chronic insomnia, fatal insomnia, and secondary insomnia. And how do you know if you have insomnia? Well, usually, most of the time, some people don't. So they would, but after like a year, they would notice, so they would go to a therapist so they could have an insomnia test. So then the therapist could find out what's wrong with you and how to help you.
I did my TED Talk on a video.
April 14, 1912, the Titanic had a horrible disaster. 1,523 people had lost their lives due to this issue. I will be explaining why this had happened, but how it sunk. So the Titanic was going along the ocean, and there was a random iceberg, and the Titanic tried to swerve out of the way, but 6 out of 16 compartments broke along the side of the ice and made the ice break into the water. So the Titanic, when it got flooded, it started to go down, and which made this part of the Titanic over here go up.
My topic is why the atomic bomb is bad for the Earth. It will be interesting to learn about other people's topics. Now let's send it to Ryan and learn about music.
Hello, WCMS. Ryan here. And did you know that pianos were created around the year 1700 by Cristofori in Italy? Well, in 6th grade music, we were learning the basics of pianos, like learning how to read and play notes, fingering, and learning some songs. We were doing this by playing an app called Piano Academy and other things, like making a paper piano keyboard and coloring and labeling the keys. Also, did you know that piano means to play softly? So let's send it softly to the anchors.
That's a good skill to learn.
Music could be interesting. To learn how to write a song, one of your songs could even be played by a band.
Yeah. How about we go to Delaney to hear about some music from the jazz band?
What's up, WCMS? I'm Delaney. Do you like jazz music? I do. And in the Purple and Yellow Jazz Bands, we are playing some of the best jazz music I have ever heard. It also might be the only jazz music I've heard. The Yellow Jazz Band played 2 songs, Mexican Jumping Bean by Gerald J. Sebeski and Tyrannosaurus Charlie by Dean Sorensen with multiple soloists. The Purple Jazz Band also played 2 songs, Awesome Sauce by Larry Neek with soloist Jack and Fiesta del Tigre by Mike Story. Both jazz bands played the Sesame Street theme arranged by John Barry. This was the first time we had 5th through 12th grade play a song together. Here is a clip of the Yellow Jazz Band. And here is a clip of the Purple Jazz Band. I think all of the bands did wonderful. That's all from me. Now let's play it on over to...
What's up, WCMS? I'm Caitlin. The Read Across America Challenge is February 21st through March 4th. During this challenge, you read books, submit the form, and possibly win fabulous prizes. What's your favorite book you've read for the challenge?
Mockingjay.
Life in a Cube.
The Witches.
The Sea of Monsters.
Berserk.
Hunger Games.
Catching Fire.
What's your favorite book you've read for the challenge?
Crooked Kingdom.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Those were all very interesting books. Personally, my favorite book I've read is definitely the Maze Runner series by James Dashner. You guys should check it out if you're 13, of course. Well, I have some reading to do, and I believe you do too, so let's pass it on over to the anchors.
It's been a long time since I've read a Dr. Seuss book, but one of my favorites is Cat in the Hat.
I like that one too, but I prefer Green Eggs and Ham.
Enough about books. How about history?
Now we're going to go to a brand new reporter. Sean is going to tell us about the Oregon Trail.
Thanks, guys. Hey, WCMS. I'm Sean. In 8th grade history, we are playing a game where we pretend that we are pioneers heading west to Oregon on the Oregon Trail. This is one of the original games that our game is based off of. And we are in groups of 3, and your group is your wagon, and the whole class is a wagon train. At the start of the game, your group needs to decide what supplies to buy to take on the trail with you with only $248 to spend. Also, you will want to save money because later on the trail, you definitely will need money to survive. Then from there, the teacher tells us what's happening as we go along the trail and where we are. The teacher also gives us problems that we need to discuss as a group to figure out what to do. If you make the wrong decision, something bad happens, like somebody dies or you lose money. As you play the game, it's paused periodically so you can write in a diary about what happened on the trail. Personally, I had a lot of fun. Now let's hand the reins back to the anchors.
I didn't know Oregon was described as a utopia, but people believed it.
Now for the announcements. On Monday, Choices and Challenges will be at Fuller Hall to swim.
Next week, there is a book fair in the Media Center during conference week.
Due to conferences, there will be an early out on both Tuesday and Thursday,
as well as no school on Friday the 11th, kicking off spring break.
Have a great spring break, and we'll see you back at the end of the month.
From the middle.